All right, everyone. So, welcome to round two of the Building Your Real Estate blog, number two, or part two, I should say. Hello.
Ooh, Portos.
Yeah, go ahead, take advantage. Your favorite title man Dan brought those in for
I
us.
love Dan.
I know.
He is my favorite.
And I seem to have closed that, so let me open up my keynote again. Sorry about that. All right, so Building a Real Estate blog, part two, presented by myself. And there's just a few topics that we're going to be going over today, but it's going to be detailed. So pay close attention because it might seem a little confusing, but this is the stuff that's really going to transform your blog and really make it what it is. I actually just got an email this morning from my IDX, or that's basically my search tool for people to search for homes on my website, and I had 2,700 visitors just using my search tool alone. Wow. 2,700 different people. I had a few different leads, but I didn't have enough basically for the amount of people that I was attracting. So one thing I'll be showing you today as well, I won't go into detail with it, but it's Google Analytics and how to track your performance and really start, now I have this great information. I've never used this before. So how do I turn 2,700 lead or hits on my website into 10%, conversion ratio, let's just say. So how do I turn that into 270 leads? How do you do that type of stuff? And it's all tracking everything and testing it. And that's kind of what we'll be going over today. So again, the first one is installing and configuring your theme. We did that slightly in the first one, but I want to go into more detail how to set up AgentPress and how to get it all off and running, because it does take a little bit to get that working. Okay, installing and configuring plugins. Okay, these are basically your apps for your website that allow your users to engage with it at a better perceived rate, I guess you could say. They can interact with you a little bit more. They can see properties that are flashing by, and they can search for properties with that MLS tool I was telling you about. They can maybe see some of your latest tweets or your recent likes or what's going on with your fan page. Whatever you want to put, you can pretty much find a plugin that'll go on your website to do it. And adding video to your blog, to either your posts or your pages, and something I'm actually going to do live today. I just made my first video blog for Fullerton, which I recommend all of you picking an area and nailing it hard once a week. Try and do a video blog about the area with market statistics, new restaurants that may have opened up, or favorite restaurants that are hot spots in the area. You want to be perceived as a local neighborhood expert. Okay. Again, think of it, if you could attract 80% of the business in one city, my area is Fullerton, how much business would you create? The answer is you would be a millionaire if you could attract that much business. And all you need to do is focus on one city. So don't feel like you need to go out and do every single city. You don't. You just need to focus on one. Okay? And then the last part is integrating email marketing and lead capture. Okay, this is the ultimate goal of your website, is again to capture emails, to capture leads. Okay, without that, you're dead. You guys ready to get started? All right. All of my videos go to YouTube. Yeah, I'll explain why when we get to that point. All right, so hopefully all of you by now know how to get to your WordPress site, how to log in, and kind of what your dashboard looks like. It's been 2 weeks exactly since the last one, so who here's already put it into effect? Brisa has. I know I've been working with you one-on-one with it. So your site's going to look like mine. Peter?
The last thing you had, I have that set one set up, but not the new
one. Okay. So you have Thesis.
I have Thesis.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see why you want to change. It's okay.
Now I have it.
Yeah.
AgentPress, I emailed them, and then if you buy one copy, you can use it multiple times for anybody. Like Thesis with that.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is good.
Uh-oh.
Funny. Now I have online.
So the first thing you'll need to do when you purchase Agent Press, you're going to get two themes. One's called Genesis, okay, and then the other one's Agent Press. You'll get two, all right. So again, when you go to Appearance, you go to Themes. The first one you're going to have to install is Genesis. It's a no-brainer. Okay, you can see it right here. I have Genesis. Genesis is like the foundation of it. Agent Press is the structure of the building, all right? So those are the two different distinctions between the two, but you have to install Genesis first, Agent Press secondary, okay? Agent Press is the only one that you'll be using, but Genesis is the foundation of the framework for Agent Press. Okay, I did it the other way around. I installed Agent Press first and it didn't work. It kept giving me errors. So just so you don't get frustrated, install Genesis first, Agent Press afterwards. Okay. Now, the next thing that Agent Press is going to ask you to do, and there's actually a tutorial on the Agent Press website as well, but I know the first thing they're going to ask you to do is you have to install a couple of plugins. So that's the first thing we're going to go to today. Did I give you the plugins last time?
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'm still going to go to the plugins again. Okay, so you should have all these plugins already installed: Agent Press Listings, Agent Press Listings, Taxonomy Reorder. This is the first one that Agent Press wants you to do, so you can set up this right here. Okay, so search our pocket listings. You can call this whatever you want. This is not going to link up to your MLS. This is going to link up to the listings you manually input in your website. That make sense? Okay, so you have to manually input every single one of these. As you do that, you'll be able to take advantage of this slider as well. That can rotate through all the different properties you have. So I recommend going through all the properties that you've sold even in the past and putting them in there. Okay, the more you have, the better. Especially when it comes to a listing presentation, the more properties you've sold, the better you look.
Is there a limit on how many properties you got up there?
There is no limit from what I can see. No. There is, I think, a limit on how many photos can slide. Okay, but you can set those parameters. If you want X amount, you can do whatever, and then it does do by ascending or descending order, however you pick to prefer it. Okay, so it does give you the different options. Okay, so after you install listings, the first thing, again, it's going to ask you to do, it's going to ask you to register taxonomies. So under listings, click on register taxonomies, and these are the different taxonomies that you're going to have to do. Again, this is on the Agent Press website. After you purchase the theme from Agent Press, it'll give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to fill this out. But these are the 5 things that you're going to need to do. So features, okay, you're going to include your status. You're also going to include types, bedrooms, price, locations. You can add more if you want to. Okay, just keep in mind that this is going to get bigger and bigger the more you add. Okay, so try to keep it to a basic. Most people, they want to make sure that the property is active, type, short sale standard or remodeled. Okay, and that's why I differentiated between standard and remodeled, because standard sales could look like garbage still, and remodeled is what most people want, is a remodeled home. Most of your first-time buyers. Bedrooms, everyone wants 2 or more, 4 or more, whatever the case may be. And price, you want to do price ranges on these. That way you're not doing $299, $260, and you have 50 different ones. You can assign it to each little category basically in there. 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, and so on. Okay, and then also your locations. This is the only one that might get a little long because it's going to be for every single city that you do. Okay, that's the only one that might get a little bit long.
The information is kind of relative to the Craigslist ad.
Basically, yeah. It's you want to try to keep it as basic as you can. Not too much. On your website, unfortunately, you do have to put the address in. Okay, and the only reason you have to put the address in is because you want that Google juice, right? You want Google to identify this listing on your website, not on Realtor.com or not on Trulia.
Even for unlisted or pocket listings, same thing?
Same thing. Okay. Yes, you want them to find your website. Exactly. So if it's not your listing, you may not want to do it. Okay, but if it is your listing or it's a pocket listing or something coming up, immediately put it on your website with videos, pictures, everything, the whole shebang, and really get it rolling. Because especially if it's not on the MLS and you got a for sale sign in the ground, what's going to happen? When they search that property, you're the only thing that's going to pop up. So even better. Okay. And then once you register these, you're going to have to go on and you're going to have to even add more to them. So under status, what are you going to add? You're going to add Oh, that didn't work out too well. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry, you're going to click on edit. Oh, wait a second here. Wow, it's over here. Sorry. Okay, so after you register them on the left-hand side, you'll be able to click on them and add new features to them, statuses, types, or whatever you're looking for. So on features, I haven't added anything, but on status, I have for sale, under contract, and sold. Okay, so you see where I'm going with that on the left-hand side? You're going to click over here after you add them all. Types, you can have REO, standard sale, remodeled, HUD, probate, short sales, whatever type of properties you're getting. Again, your bedrooms and your price and your locations. That make sense? So far, so good. Not losing anyone yet. You enjoying that guava Portos? Cheating. Cheating.
So good.
All right. Next, we're going to go into all these other ones now. Not plugins. Sorry. So after you get all your plugins installed, you'll start seeing them all down here. The first thing you're probably going to see is underneath your settings. So in your settings, let me just take a quick look and see which ones we need to do. So none of them in your settings we'll need to do. On real estate, there will be a few, however. What happened to it? Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll skip down to Optima Express. Okay, now Optima Express, this is, let me open it up for you. Now, I don't get paid for referring business to them. I'm just letting you know this is probably the best company to get your IDX through. Okay, this is where your people can search for properties directly through your website. Okay, so again, right here, see it's starting at $44.95 a month. That's what you can basically start off at. I think for mine, I paid more for mine. I think my bill just came in for like $57 a month. So I think I'm paying for the power one is what I'm paying for. Let me see the details on it. Yeah, I got the power. So the only thing I'm not getting is the VIP priority support, premium setup service, and biannual website tune-up. But I'm getting everything else included into my website. Oh wait, does that make sense? Yeah, it does. That's right. You're also going to have a setup fee of $100, which is only the first time. Okay, but again, it'll allow you to search for properties directly through your website. And this is where I got my 2,700 visitors from, was directly through my website. Okay, so they can search however they want, and they can also do a map search. So if you want to type in an area, like I constantly am promoting Fullerton, that's the area I want to target, and I recommend you all do the same thing. So they can see the map of where all the properties are at, move it around, and keep loading new properties into the area. Okay, so whatever you're looking for, they'll be able to find it on there. It also has lead capture. So if they click on a property, right on top, schedule a showing, save this property, request more info. Okay, so they can automatically start signing up and getting information from you. This is where I'm getting a lot of my leads from Craigslist, is they're popping into my website and signing up for properties in here. So it's, again, Craigslist is a great way to generate leads, but it's also a better way to generate traffic. You want to direct them always back to your website. It's the best place that I've found next to Google to get referral traffic. I mean, Google's organic, but Craigslist is probably the next best thing to really drive a lot of traffic back to your website. And I'll show you on my analytics, Facebook is a very small percentage of the pie when it comes to sending me traffic. Most of it is from Google, a lot of it's from Craigslist. Okay, and I think another 20% of it's from my email marketing. Facebook and Twitter, all that stuff is a very small percentage. And everyone thinks I'm on there all day long. So you can really see where you're going to get your traffic from. So after you get your Optima Express, Optima Express, you'll have to register it. They're going to give you a key code that you have to enter. You'll have to save it. And then your IDX pages, this is where you get to add all the different things. Okay, but basically you're going to be copying these links. So what I did on mine was I added a map search to my navigation, which I'm going to show you how to do right now. And this button right here I created custom for myself. So you'll have to find someone that can do a little bit of HTML for you. Otherwise you can add links directly to your headers, which I'll show you how to do right now. Okay, in configuration, you don't need to override anything. Okay, it's automatically good the way it is. Your bio widget, this is something that you'll be able to publish at the bottom of your website. So all the way down here you can enter in the information that you want. I recommend putting it so people know who you are. Okay, unbranded website is probably the better way to go, but if you're really trying to dominate an area, you want to go branded. Okay, it just makes sense. You know, do people put up signs, open house signs with their face on it, or they don't? You know, the people that put their faces on it, they get recognized. They always instantly see that person.
Yeah, they're always like, "Y ese modelo quién es?" And I'm like, "It's me."
You had curly hair in that picture, though.
No, it's straight hair.
Oh, that's on your card.
On my business card, yeah.
I was like, who is this?
It's me. Different faces.
Your social widget, you'll be able to add extra additional things as well. So if you want to add your Facebook page, your LinkedIn, and your Twitter. Realistically, I only use my Facebook page. My LinkedIn, I never use it. I still have it on there just to have it, though. And my Twitter's on there as well. That's something I'm kind of using.
Still haven't used the
No?
LinkedIn or the Twitter.
Twitter's a very small percentage of my time. Now your branding, this is where you get to put in your logo and your business information on here as well. So when they when they register with your IDX and they start getting automatic email drips from you, this is all the information that's going to keep pushing through to them. Okay, so just want to keep doing that. Sorry about that. Community pages. I haven't entered any of these, but I'm going to show you a different tool where you can add communities to your website. And then SEO city links, I don't believe I did anything in this regard either. Okay, this is where you can add custom links to your website if you wanted to do so. So that makes pretty good sense with configuring the IDX. Now the fun part is when you get to add the menus to it. So if you want to add the menus, again, you're going to have to go to IDX pages and copy the link that you want to add. So if you want to do a map search, you're going to highlight the link for map search, okay? Copy it. And under appearance and menus is where you're going to add this link and create a new tab on your menu. Okay? So over here where it says custom links, you go ahead and put that link in that you just copied, and the label is whatever you want to call it. Okay, so if you want to call it Fullerton Home Search, you can call it just that. Then you get a pick from either of your menus. You can have it on your main menu or on your top navy. So on your main menu, this is your main menu down here. Your top navigation menu is up here. So where do you want to add this to? Okay. Realistically, you'll probably want to add it down here. You'll want to add, I think, more of your, for my personal taste, just kind of more of my blog stuff up on top. I want to have the focus down here. Okay. So again, go ahead and add, you can add the link to it. Oops. Label it Fullerton Home Search. You'll add it to your menu. And then it's going to pop down there way at the bottom. Okay. Now if you set it like this, it's going to show as a drop down. If you leave it like this, it's going to show just like that. But if it's a drop down, you'll be able to see all the different categories associated with it. Okay. So you get to pick and choose. I don't need this, so I'm going to remove it. But after you're done, make sure to click on Save. If you don't save it, it's not going to publish it onto your menu. It'll be saved in here, but it will not be on your live website. That make sense? Good so far? All right. Now, since we're in the menu, I want to go over all the different things in here as well. So you want to add your home buyer tab, your home seller, foreclosure agents, whatever you have going on, you're going to want to add it. Okay. So most of these are going to be categories. We went over that in the last class, how to create categories and what they are. You can also create subcategories. So your main category for most of you is going to be home buyer or buying a home. Then you can have, I have home buying 101, so basic information about buying a home. Featured properties for home buyers, and also home loan programs. And you can keep going on and on into detail. Okay. How do you do that? Well, underneath categories, you click on whichever ones you want to add, right? Now I've already added them all. But you can click on all these different ones, and if you can't see them all, click on view all so you can see all the different categories that you have. And again, just click on every single one that you want and add it to your menu. They'll populate over here, and you'll be able to save it. Okay. Also make sure you have to keep in mind how the drop-down menus go. You can even create even more drop-down menus like that. I probably don't recommend doing it that much because it probably lose the people having all those drop-downs. Probably just keep it with the one, just like that. Okay, so try to keep it more generic. You know, home buying, you know, first-time home buyer programs, investor buyers, whatever. You know, just a very few number of different categories to make it easy for them. Like, you know, my agents, it has a lot because I have every single different thing I could think of for agents. There's just a ton of stuff for you guys. Okay. But again, you want to try and keep it as basic as you can. You guys having fun yet? Not yet. You guys are like, no, I'm done. Hire someone to do this for me. So we're good with the menus? All right. Anyone here have MailChimp? Don't have MailChimp? You have MailChimp? Constant Contact? All right. Manuel? Nothing? All right. So if you want to go free, which I recommend using MailChimp anyways, just because they're pretty lenient on what they allow, go with them. It also has great integration with pop-up domination. Anyone know what pop-up domination is? Okay, pop-up domination is where you can have pop-ups show on your website. And what's really nice about them is they really increase lead capture. Because again, if you don't tell people to sign up, they're not going to. So if you have it flash right in front of their eyes, what are they going to do? They're probably going to sign up. Now let me just take a look at one of these now, so you can kind of see what it looks like. Where's the launch preview? Here we go. Okay, so here's one that's built just for one of my landing pages. It's get a $15,000 rebate on your next home purchase. And I have my little asterisk for that. Get an interest rate below 4%, easy to qualify. So I have them. I used to have them go directly from Craigslist to a landing page to sign up. Okay, instead of searching for property. This works well, but having them search for property works even better. The nice thing about this is I can still use this pop-up even on that search property website page. Okay. You have a question?
Search property, will that lead eventually to some kind of contact information?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you're leading from Craigslist to the search properties instead of the contact page, right, or that pop up there, will they just put their information and it sends out to you? While they're searching the properties, they'll probably just enter their. Is there a place to enter info?
They can. It's through like request showing or schedule or request more info, schedule a showing is where they get to add in all their stuff.
Okay.
But even on there, what you are allowed to do with the pop-ups, which makes it really nice, is you can set up different pop-ups for different categories for different pages. So literally you can have hundreds of these pop-ups specifically designed for one thing. Okay, lead capture for that specific page. So if they're under a home buyer category, you're going to show a home buyer pop-up. If they're under agents, I'm going to show them a different thing because this is not going to apply. And what I do is I have it set on a timer. So what I've looked at is the average time on my website. So if I see the average time on my website is about 1 minute, I probably want to show that pop-up in about 25 seconds. So as they're going through and they're looking for stuff, boom, here it comes. Okay, now they've gone through, they've looked at a couple of things, they might be a little bit interested. I'm going to prompt them to do it. Another one that you can do is if they hover over the X to exit out, it'll automatically flash the pop-up. So you can set it a few different ways, and I'll show you right now on how to do it. So underneath display settings, Okay, so please specify in days. So you can enter it like every time they hit your website, they'll see the ad, or you can enter it like once every 7 days, which I have. Okay, and then what should trigger the pop-up to display? Page loads, and I have it set when mouse leaves the browser up here, right? So as soon as I start hovering over here, boom, that pop-up's going to happen. And then I have it set to what pages I want this on. So I have it on this one, I have it on my home search tabs, I have it on my home buyer tabs. Okay, I have it on all the pages of where it's going to be a home buyer. And again, you can create multiple different ones for all the different people. Okay. Yeah, the most important part you have to do with this is you have to set it up with your mailing list. So every different thing is going to be different. Okay, but they have MailChimp, Aweber, iContact, Constant Contact. They have all the different ones. Okay, so sign up with one of these. I probably would recommend MailChimp because it's zero cost. But that is the best way to go about doing it. Okay, you're gonna have to enter in your API key. So there's help desk on MailChimp on how to do it, but it's very easy. And if you get lost, you can talk to me on how to do it. But it's very easy to do it. Okay, in MailChimp also you're gonna want to create separate lists. Maybe I'll just show you what I have. Okay, so you can create different lists. So this one I just started using it. Past clients, I have 0 subscribers, but this is all for people that I want to be just on that one pop-up. So I just started using that today actually. The one I primarily use is for agents, which is my Excellence RE WordPress one. This is where people are signing up through the website and building that list. Okay. Yes, I add to it from events like this, but I probably get on average about maybe 5 or 6 of these a week adding themselves to the list. I don't have to do anything, just promoting the content and they automatically sign up. Okay, so you have to add value to your website. On MailChimp, you can go to forms. This is kind of getting off topic, but just so you can kind of see what you can do. You'll be able to specify every single field that you want to capture. So on agents, I have first name, email address, last name, cell phone, company, and that's it. On my past clients or people that are signing up for buying a home or selling a home, I want everything except their company and their address. So if they're buying or selling, I want to know where they're at, so I can start putting them on some type of, drip campaign through email and also with direct mail marketing. Right, you want to have those touches. So MailChimp's a separate class, but just wanted to show you that you can alter this however you want. Yeah, MailChimp's a class all on its own. There's so much in there. So does that kind of make sense though? Okay. So it's pretty easy to install pop-up domination. You'll have to buy the plugin. For this one, I believe it's $70 or $89, something like that. It's a little bit expensive, but it works extremely well with lead capture. Okay, because again, it's prompting them to sign up. If you don't tell them to sign up, they're not going to. Who here does open houses? You do open house. You do open house. You do.
Captures. What is the website for that?
It's called pop-up domination. Let me see what it's called. So there you go, just popupdomination.com. And there you can get really specific with these. You can even add videos to your pop-ups if you wanted to. So you can get really crazy with it. They have another plugin, like if you sell ebooks or you want to promote ebooks, like a first-time buyer ebook, home seller ebook, for sale by owner ebook. You can have these nice things on here that allow you to kind of go through, so you can see all the different pop-ups that they have. And I have the most recent version. This is the newest one with the video in there. So it's all just depends on what you're trying to go after. Okay, so it's very nice. I highly recommend getting pop-up domination. It's very needed. Okay.
So what you're looking also is to have in your website something more entertainment also for the people.
Yes.
Like when they just.
Yeah, because if it's just selling, that's why I actually started doing. I'm starting to do a video blog once a week. I want to, and I'll tell you right now. I guess, selling on your website is great, but people are using your website as a resource. Number one, home buyers are using it as a resource to search for properties, find out information about the area. So what is a home buyer really looking for? They want to know what schools are in the area, what shopping centers are close to them, maybe what the crime rate is in the area. You want to know certain things, so you want to add those values to your website. If you come off as the expert, that's why I'm doing a video blog, talking about market statistics, which is the entertainment side of it, because people would rather watch it than read it. That's why we all watch Fox 11 News versus reading the Los Angeles Times. If I asked a room of 1,000 people who watches the news versus reading it, about 85% of the people are going to say they watch it on TV versus reading it. That's just how we are. We'd rather click play and be entertained and take in information versus reading it.
But that video that you do is like a 3 minutes video?
No. Real quick, and I'll show you mine, what I just did today. You want to try and keep it between 3 to 5 minutes. You want to keep it very, very small.
Once a week, a different video?
I recommend doing it once a week.
Busy.
You don't have to. It's just a high recommendation, because the more content you can get on your website, the quicker you're going to get found in Google, and the more content you have, what does that make you? The go-to. You're more trusted, right?
Yeah.
If you went to one website, they only have very limited content. You went to another website and it's just packed with information. This guy knows his stuff. That's where I'm going to go. And the whole idea behind a blog is, again, you want to be perceived as a local neighborhood expert. So I know Fullerton like the back of my hand. I've gone to all downtown Fullerton. I've gone to the SoCo district. I grew up in Fullerton. I've gone to high schools out there. I know everything there probably is to know about Fullerton. So if I can talk about all the little nook and cranny shops in downtown Fullerton, also in the SoCo district, and talk about some of the great teachers at Sunny Hills and or at Troy, all these different things, now I'm the expert, and people are going to trust me for helping them sell or buy a home in that area, right? It just makes sense, I mean, how many of you have maybe researched something on the internet and some guy was talking about it and you probably bought from him? I do it all the time, right? You're going to go where the information is trusted. And if they're teaching you everything you need to know, you're going to buy from them. It may not be right now, but you're going to eventually do it. Okay, so good with that part? Okay, and I'm going to get back into it in a second here as well. The next plugin that's very crucial that I love, and it's a little bit of a risque name, it's called Sexy Bookmarks. And Sexy Bookmarks, so you can see it, it puts these nice bookmarks right here that you can specify. There's like 100 different icons, but you can specify which ones you want to use. So basically your most popular ones are going to be your Facebook, your Twitter, your like button, and your Google Plus one. Okay, those are your main three. The other ones, I have them there just because I know they're still popular, but as you can see, nobody really uses them.
Do you have an account linked to each one of those?
No. This is like, say XYZ user comes to your website, boom, they can click on share, and now they're going to instantly share your information to their Facebook page.
Oh, so it's a login for them to the actual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So what it does is it allows your information to go viral.
Got it.
Going from your website to now potentially thousands of people. Okay, and it tracks all that information.
So it's just a plugin. That's it.
It's just a plugin. You don't have to do anything except, I think you have to make it, click on it, save twice. But yeah, under Sexy Bookmarks, you'll click on Settings. And again, here's all the different icons that you can add. Okay, so I went through it in custom. Yeah, I don't know who uses. Anyone use MySpace? Probably not, right? We all have one that's like 10 years old that don't use. Okay, but you can go ahead and set all these different ones. You can set these however you want, but I would just do it how I have it. All the recommended ones.
Oh, so you remember that website the lady was talking about last time that her daughter uses? There was a new one. I think she was talking about Tumblr.
Oh yes.
We couldn't think of the name. It's just like it's blue and it's kind of like an Instagram, but all the young kids are using it.
Tumblr is just like WordPress, except it's the free version of it. So I still recommend everything on here use this. You can, if you want to maybe set up like an RSS feed to it, you can do something like that where it just copies the information out. But again, you still have to have your own WordPress site. This is your hub because you own it. So again, you just be able to go through and check all the different settings that you want. It's automatically going to be set to the ones that you need. The only other ones you'll have to set is your Twitter options. Okay, and then which URL shortener you want to use, and I use Google. There's a couple of different ones that you can use, but I use Google, so it's completely up to you. Okay, then you can choose if you want to have it animated. So I have it animated to make it look a little bit more fancy on my website, and then you can click the different icon that you want to use where it says, you know, share this information. So you can have whichever one you want. I just put the simple share and enjoy, and everything else should be pretty much the same. You'll have to click on save changes, and you'll have to do this, I believe, twice in the beginning. You're going to want to make sure all these lights are green right here. Okay, if they're not green, it's not going to work. Everyone good with that part? I'm sorry?
I have a lot.
An ad?
I have a lot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the one. This is the simple real estate pack. This is the one I was trying to get to that you needed to do a little bit with. So if you want mortgage calculators, you can add a mortgage calculator to your individual post. So say you write about a new listing that you just got, and you can enter in certain values for it that would pertain to that individual listing. Okay, I don't use it. You can also add mortgage rates. This comes directly from Zillow. I don't really use this one either because I don't want to be sending traffic away from my website to Zillow, so I don't use it. Okay.
Maybe you use as a calculator. You don't have to put rates in it. You don't have to.
You don't have to, no.
So the mortgage calculator is a website or is
No, it's a little tool that goes right into your blog post. I'll show you in a second.
from IDX service?
For your post, I'll show you. Okay, and if you want to add the Yelp bar across the top of your page, like I have up here, you'll have to. There's the pop-up. You'll be able to add it. So if you don't have any reviews, you may not want to add it just yet. So have your friends and your family, and you know, I'll write a review about you to help you get you going. I wish I had Trulia on here because I have like 31 reviews on Trulia, which is pretty good. Okay, again, your walk score. So what's important about walk score? If they're trying to move into an area, and this is probably more important for like downtown Long Beach, downtown LA, those type of areas, because what do they like to do? They want to be able to walk from their house to the nightlife, right? So it just makes sense. So having the walk score in there will allow you to do that, and that also is free to use. Google Maps, this is pretty easy. You don't really need to do anything with this. You can just go to maps.google.com and enter in any maps that you may want. Okay. And the neighborhood information, you can also add this as well. I believe it gets the neighborhood information from Lycos, I believe. And it can enter in neighborhood information like crime rate, certain things like that. So.
You don't want that on like listings in Compton and LA.
People are looking in Compton. They know what they're getting themselves into. Just buy a burglar alarm system. ADT.
And the pit bull.
And a pit bull. All right, so the other one you're going to want to get is WordPress SEO by Yoast. And very simply, you'll be able to add some things to it. You don't have to enter in the webmaster tools. It'll automatically take effect in about 3 weeks to a month. I think Google will get to you. If you want to go to it quicker, you can click on these and you can go to the website and register to get your webmaster ID, but you don't have to do it. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's a free plugin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The rest of them are all free. Just the word pop-up domination is only.
The IDX.
Yeah, and the IDX as well. Sorry.
So the name of that is WordPress?
It's called, yeah. Did you come to the last class? No, you missed it? Okay.
I'm lost.
Okay.
That's okay.
So yeah, this plugin it's called WordPress SEO, and you'll be able to find it in the plugins workshop. And I have the other workshop recorded, so if you want, you can get I'll send you the link and you'll be able to watch it. It's all recorded.
But you can send me your video so that I can.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Because I don't have a clue. So my guy who's doing my website can help me.
Okay.
Because, you can read it and just. I just have the ideas here.
Okay. Let me see here. So yeah, this is just for your SEO. Oh, water spilled.
No.
So we're good with the setting up the plugins? that's pretty much it for the plugins. If you guys run into any issues, you can contact me, and I'll try and help you out. But they're all pretty easy to manage. Okay. So what I wanted to do now was you guys like video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna actually guys YouTube account. 1, 2, a few of you. So in your YouTube, I've already created my video that I'm going to be uploading, so I'm going to just quickly find it. Okay, so this is my first video blog, so I'm just going to put on here. So again, you always want to be descriptive with everything that you're doing. So I'm trying to highlight my keywords. So I have the Villaescusa team is what I'm calling myself. You also want to highlight your name as well. So I'm putting my wife and myself in the description. And then I also want to talk about what your video is. So Google kind of knows how to rank it. So it's about Fullerton, it's about real estate, it's about market trends, it's about the Villaescusa team, it's about Jonathon Villaescusa, it's about Letty Villaescusa. Okay, so you want to highlight all these different key things. Let's put it in parentheses. Alright, so my quick description on that one is the Villaescusa team, Jonathon and Letty Villaescusa, introduce themselves in the first of many videos to come that talk about the city of Fullerton. It's great resources to play, enjoy time with friends and family, and also real estate market statistics. So very briefly I talked about what it is. Again, in your tags for YouTube, and I'm kind of getting off topic, but just so you can get an idea, you always want to keep highlighting the same emphasis. So the Villaescusa team is going to be one of the keywords I want to highlight. Jonathon Villaescusa is also another keyword you want to highlight for myself. Letty Villaescusa is another one. Real estate is another one. Fullerton, California is another one. Market statistics. Okay, and you can keep going on and on. But again, all your video, you want to highlight the key topics that you're talking about. So Google knows how to rank it all. Okay, and they'll also give you related ones as well. You can choose a custom thumbnail if you so choose to, and I do actually have one specifically created just for my YouTube account. I think it's this one. Perfect. Again, I want to keep all my branding all the same, so I want to keep it all with the Villaescusa team. Okay, and I recommend all of you kind of have something. If it's your name, it's your name. You got Blueprint, RE Partners, so whatever you're trying to do, you need to brand it hard across the board. It has to all be the same.
Best to go to a professional to work out design.
Yeah, I did. My guy Larry did mine. I think like China or something someone did it out overseas, and it was $200. I got like 16 revisions on it, and revisions wasn't like they tweaked it. It was like I think they made like 16 or maybe even 20, maybe 25 different logos, completely different ones. Yeah. They do 4 at a time, and they say which one do you like, which one do you like. you know, and I just kept making them cycle through more and more so I could see all the different things that they could do, and then I really fine-tuned it. Okay, I like this lettering, I like this artwork, I want to do this, and you know, that's why I added a silhouette of my own photo in there, because I want it to all match up. Okay, when they see my logo, they can, if I take out the Villaescusa team and my logo stands still, everyone's still going to know it's me and my wife. It's not going to look like a generic logo, right? It's going to be ours. So, you know, you want to try and keep it as personal and to yourself as you can. Got it. Okay, so after your video is done, you'll be able to go into your video manager. Click on your video, and I'm just going to pause it as soon as it starts. And what can you do? You're going to go to Share, Embed, and you're going to have to use whatever custom size your website is. So I believe mine's 600 pixels wide, so that's the length that I'm going to use for my post. Okay, so you have to copy that. So what are we doing here? We're going to add this video to our website. Because again, it's great that you have the video in YouTube, but you want to just leverage YouTube for what it is. It's Google. Okay, you want all this traffic on your website. So back into your post. So where is this going to go? You're going to add a new post. And for me, it's going to go underneath video blog market trends. I'm going to have literally thousands of different videos by the end of the year. Not thousands, probably like 200 or 300. And then I'll have different topics. I'll have market trends. I'll have, you know, downtown Fullerton. I'll have SoCo District. I'll have schools. I'll have whatever I'm talking about. I'll have these different categories that go into detail. And again, it's all because people want to watch it, right? And it's the more I get out there and start meeting these people, the more traffic I'm going to get back to my website. You know, how many people you think are searching for Chomps in Fullerton? A lot of people. A lot of people know about Chomps, or maybe Commonwealth Club, or Sunny Hills High School District, or not Sunny Hills District, but Sunny Hills is school. Stubricks, right? What else do you got down there? You got Heroes.
You have a lounge there too.
The Continental Lounge.
Yeah.
So you got all kinds of stuff down in that area. It's a great little town. Again, whatever area you're focusing on, highly recommend you to do it. I know Downey. Everyone loves Downey. They just got Porto's. They got the Noodle World now. I think that's being there. They got Waba Grill. They got the Carvery, Yogurtland. They got all these different areas. So these are some new things that you can talk about that are brand new, right? I mean, a lot of people probably know about it, but they may not know everything about it. So you can talk about that small little part of Downey now. So again, just get in tune with your area. So this one I can simple title, you know, introduction to the Villaescusa team and Fullerton market, real estate market trends. So you can do something very simple like that. Again, why do you want to be specific? So when people are searching for things, they're looking for real estate market trends in Fullerton, this will automatically identify. And again, this is the first one, so I have to introduce myself. This is like the introduction to myself and my team, okay, so they know who I am and what I'm doing. To add your video, it's very simple. You're going to have to go to text, and you'll copy it in. Okay, so you'll go back to visual, and now you can, again, use the editor however you want. You weren't here for the first one, so I'll show you how to add a quick piece of media. So always in my blog post, let me erase this actually first. Want me to do it slowly so you guys can see all this? I'll do it the full way. So that would be the first thing I do is add my title to the post. Under media, I'm going to add a little bit about us. So I've already got my logo on the video, so I'll probably just add a picture of my wife and I. Oh, I need to add a new one. You need to get the bigger version. Desktop.
Sure, you're not showing me the
Those are on my other computer.
naked
And everyone liked the color, so I'll choose the color. Anyone here like black and white for photos? Everyone liked the other stuff, it seemed like. Alright, so I'll put in here, again, you always want to label all your photos. So, again, the Villaescusa team, or if it's your name, put your name, whatever it is, you always need to label it.
You're not going for the brown and gold colors this time on the site.
No, I'm trying to do the modern colors, the gray, the blue, the silver, white. That, like, if you look at big marketing companies right now, they're all trying to look like Apple. So that I'm just trying to fit in with the crowd.
Sure.
So. Trying to look like one of the popular kids.
Trying to fit in with the crowd. Like me, I am cool, bro.
See, I got the same color scheme as you. So again, you'll be able to click on your own size. Again, I suggest doing medium, and again, linking to nothing. You don't want this picture to be opened up. So you'll be able to just insert this into your post, and alignment, you can have it however you want. Dang it. That's the only complaint I have about upgrading my stuff. Oh, got stuck. Well, any questions so far while my Apple thinks for the first time?
So these are all your logos in that one, all your photos actually, logos, photos, anything visuals in that.
Yes. Yeah, you got to keep it visual. I mean, if you have a bunch of text in there, people are not going to identify. They're just not.
Simpler the better, right?
Simpler the better, exactly. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, it's right back there in my little computer area. There's cups too there. All right, so I guess that's not going to work. Now, so again, after you upload your picture, again, just make sure that all the tags look the same. So your title is whatever it is. So mine's the Villaescusa team. The caption you want to probably leave blank, otherwise it will put a caption on your picture. Your alternate text, in case they have images turned off, they'll be able to see what your image is about. So again, it's the Villaescusa team. And the description for you on your administrative end, you'll be able to identify what that picture is, just in case you didn't know already what it was. Your alignment, for my personal taste, is always left. You want to link it to nothing, okay? And your size, you typically want to leave it on medium size so it's not too large. And you'll be able to insert this into your post, and voila, there I am, so people can see exactly who I am, who my wife is. You know, who are these two good-looking young cats? We wanted to do our business with them. We don't even need to watch that video. That's what they're going to say.
That's what I say.
So again, you want to copy this part. You immediately put it to the right of the picture, so you can instantly talk about what it is again. Now I'm not going to write down the, well, I guess I can. I'm going to go back over to my YouTube. And everything that I talked about in my YouTube is exactly what I'm going to be publishing on my website. So very simple. I'm just going to, hi everyone, my name is Jonathon Villaescusa, and copy this, paste it right in there. I'll show it to you in a second so you guys can get an idea. That was here at my office. I'm trying to make it more personal, but I just wanted to get something up. It's better than nothing. So you'll be able to just copy the same thing in there again as well. Put another space in, and the same thing. We'll go to embed this video. You'll have to set the custom size, so I believe mine's 600 pixels wide. And this might be some plug and play for you. So if you make it too wide, you'll just come back and change it. It's not a big deal. All right. So again, you'll be able to scroll down, and now this is where you're going to enter in your key topics. So this is my key topic, Introduction to the Villaescusa team. Boom, enter that. SEO title is the same thing as well. Find out who are the new bulletin realtors. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Find out who the new faces in your town are in bulletin with the best information around. Something simple and catchy like that, I guess, would work. So real simple. So again, you want to make sure everything matches up. So the page title, sometimes it doesn't always match up, and for whatever reason, it's just a glitch with that plugin. But I know everything's matching up because I did it personally myself. I just copy and pasted it all. So it's all in there. Okay. What you'll also be able to do as well is add tags. So you can put in here for one of them is going to be the Villaescusa team. Is going to be Jonathon Villaescusa. It's going to be Letty, my wife, Villaescusa. It's going to be Fullerton, market trends, video, blog, okay, just to name a few, and you'll be able to add all those different tags. So what do those tags do? If they're looking at other content that's related to this, this will create basically a new category for them to keep searching on your website and finding new content that's related to what they're looking at. Okay. So I could even probably put on here, you know, home buyer and home seller, right? Because those would also be related to my video blog and what I'm talking about. Okay, because it's all related information. Now categories, I can put this in a few different places, but number one, I'm going to put it in my video blog and market trends. I'm also probably going to put this in, actually I'm just going to leave it like that. I want them to go to this part only to see this information. After everything checks out and it looks good, forgot to add one thing. Underneath the video, I always add, don't forget to share the great info and entertainment with your friends and family. And I usually highlight that, or not highlight it, sorry, italicize it. Because what's going to be right below this is those icons where they can share it to Facebook and Twitter and email it and all that. Okay, so again, if you don't tell them what to do, they're not going to do it. So again, we're going to publish this now.
You have to walk them around.
That's how it is. You know, if you don't tell people what to do, they're not going to do it. And it's not because they're kids, it's just we're not consciously thinking, oh, let's sign up. Oh, let's buy it.
In the video, you talk about Fullerton.
Yes, I do. Yeah, so I'll show you a little bit about it. I'll wait for her to come back out. So any questions for now until Brisa comes back so she can also see this?
I have a quick question, not related, but Agent Press itself, all those templates, are they just geared towards real estate, really?
Agent Press or Studio Press?
I'm sorry, Studio Press. Yeah.
Studio Press it's just different themes built for WordPress.
Okay, but it's not just everything's like you're just
No, only from what I know, only Agent Press is specifically designed for realtors.
I like all of them.
They're all pretty. It's just, you know, whatever one you want to go with. I mean, there was a nice theme for Thesis even. They call it a skin. It was like a newspaper one. It was really beautiful. I think it was pretty expensive. It was like $300 for it. Some Indian guys designed it, but it was like super nice. Like you had articles on the top of your page that could that would rotate through. You could have like 5 posts on the top of your page that would rotate through, and I mean, it's just your own personal taste. I just wanted something more geared towards real estate because that's really what I'm trying to focus on, and I needed it to work with the IDX.
And you're using articles as well with your blog, but you're commenting on the actual topic of the article or whatnot.
Yeah.
With the link to the article.
Correct. All right, Brees is back.
Sorry. I'm gonna need your help when we're done.
Uh-oh, sounds like a problem. Gotta put on my owner hat now. All right, so this is, I'll turn up my volume here. This is something, and then again, this could be probably a lot, actually it can be a lot better than what it is, but this is just a good idea of what you can probably do to kind of get you going for your video and what you want to do. Again, for myself, I want to, in the next probably month, I'm going to get a big green screen backdrop with lights in my office, and I'll really start getting hardcore with it, making it look really, add that sizzle to it. But just to get you started, this is
Hi
kind of
everyone,
what
my
you
name is
should go
Jonathon
with.
Villaescusa, and I'm a realtor, your local neighborhood expert in this area of Fullerton. And I just want to introduce myself. I grew up in the Fullerton area. I've been selling real estate for a little over 5 years now. Grew up in it. My parents have been doing it for about 25 years now. My wife is actually an escrow officer. We have two young children. I have a daughter that's 3 years old, and my son who's just about to turn a year old this month, actually on the 25th, so pretty excited about that. But just want to give you guys a small intro into what this whole blog is going to be about. It's not just going to be about real estate, it's going to be about everything to do with the city of Fullerton. Okay, so all the new events that are coming out, maybe car shows that are coming up, the Christmas parade that downtown Fullerton has. So everything that has to do with the city of Fullerton, I'm going to be exposing it all here on this video blog. It's going to be great information for you that you'll be able to pass on to friends and family, or if you're just looking to find some new information about the city that you don't already know, this will be a great resource for you to find out about that. But to start it off, I wanted to introduce some market statistics, because it's truly amazing what's happening in the city of Fullerton in the past 12 months in regards to real estate. There is a huge upswing in equity, which means a lot of great things for you homeowners out there that you might be willing to sell, or you might be maybe you're perhaps upside down and couldn't refi out of that bad loan from a few years back. So this is some great information for you. Just on a single family home, you're looking at a 25% increase on the equity. It's huge. You're looking at it on, if you see it on there, you went from 466,000 clear up to 584. That is a big upswing in equity. So this might be a great time for you to sell, or even a better time for you to refi, since rates are so incredibly low. I have a lot of my clients actually right now refining their primary residence to buy units and to generate additional income, which is a great way to start setting up your retirement plan. With interest rates being this low, the stock market isn't working out too well with the 401ks. So a lot of my clients are actually buying units and making $1,000 on average, I would say, per unit that they buy. They buy 3 or 4 at a time. They're making an extra $30,000-$40,000 a year. So it's a great way to leverage your home and to take advantage of what's happening in today's real estate market. And again, this is going to be much more than just real estate. Again, there's a lot of great places. I love the downtown area. SoCo is a great district as well. And I'll be sharing a lot more with some of these owners out there as well, doing some quick interviews with them, explaining a little bit about their business and kind of where they came from. Now, as you're seeing this, I also want to introduce you to my website. It's excellencerehomes.com, and you'll be able to see that on this video as well. And this is where you'll be able to come and figure out all the information that we have available on our website. You'll be able to search for properties as well if you're looking to do that. And you can kind of go through. You can see we have 4 or 5 star reviews also on Yelp, which is a great thing for us and myself and my wife. Because we've been doing this for so long, it's nice to have a few reviews up there that a lot of our fans like. And even on Trulia, we have about 30 plus reviews on there now as well. So it's been a great experience being a realtor in today's market. Coming in at the worst time and really thriving and helping clients achieve success in whatever their goals are in their market and what they're planning to do with themselves or their families. So check back often, and if you don't see it now, it's going to be on the bottom of this. It's going to be a link where you can sign up and automatically get email updates as well. But again, just check back about every week. There should be a new post up about the Fullerton area. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to keep you well entertained in the next years to come. Thanks again.
Bravo! Bravo!
It looks a little blurry. I think I'm going to have to change that. But that's just a basic idea. Again, you probably want to have something a lot better than that. Again, put some more thought into it. But I just wanted something to get it going. That was my main thing. I'm sorry? Yeah. I need something. If I keep waiting and waiting, it's never going to happen. So at least now I got my foot in the door. A green screen kit with lights is like $180. And to buy the software, I think it's about another $60. So it might get a little too technical for some of you, but you could do whatever you want. You could get, I did this with my laptop. I have a nice HD camera that I like using as well, that you could set up on a tripod and, go to a property, an open house that you might be doing in your area, talking about that. A great thing that I want to really do and to meet new contacts is you want to get involved with the businesses in your area. And, if I called up, the owner of Chomps or whatever and said, hey, I want to do an interview of you and your business, about you and your business, and I want to put it on my website and help you generate, business for you, would that be something you might be interested in? Of course they're going to say yes. Why wouldn't they? It's free advertisement for them, and it also works to your benefit as well. Now you get to meet someone that's probably, Chomps is probably a very successful business owner, and if you're the only realtor he knows or the only realtor that's really trying to push his product, he's going to be much more likely to even refer you or, give you clients of his friends and family as well. So it's killing two birds with one stone, creating great content that people are already looking for, and being able to meet new people as well at the same time. So it's really twofold. So that's pretty much it, I would say. The class is pretty much done. Do you guys have any other questions about it? Was it too much all at once?
Just the property part where you're uploading properties. What was that under again on the tabs on the left side of the work dashboard?
Okay, so to upload listings?
Listings, right.
Okay, to do listings,
There it is, listings.
right there, add new.
Okay.
And it's the exact same thing as trying to do a listing, or sorry, just like adding a post. It looks exactly the same.
Gotcha. And but the listings will be highlighted in those.
Yes.
In the revolving.
Yes.
Picture.
Well, another part of it is you'll be able to actually. Sorry, we can go into it. Might have to do another class on this. Actually, I did miss one part. Is the widgets, and this is the part that does take a little bit of time. Is adding all your widgets over here to the right hand side. Okay. So I might have to make a separate video for you guys on this. I totally forgot about this one. But this is where you go to add all the different things. Okay.
Are the addresses mandatory?
They're not mandatory, but you should add them.
Or
I mean,
listed as well?
Yeah, because if you put a sign on the ground and it's not listed on the MLS, you could still have it for sale. And if people drive by it, or you do an open house on it, and they want to, they forgot about it or whatever, you always want them to come back. You don't want it to be a dead space on the internet. You don't want them like finding an old listing from, 3 years ago or whatever, last time it sold. You want your information out there. And again, Google's looking to get the most relevant and new information possible. So if you get a pocket listing or you get a listing and you keep it off the MLS for a week and you have a video and this and that, you're gonna get a lot of hits real quick on it. You'll start ranking really high in Google for it.
I want to ask you something. The IDX, I bought the IDX,
Mm-hmm.
and when I bought the first time, somebody told me that you just can put the number from the MLS,
Mm-hmm.
and just click there, and they automatically go to your website with all the information. If it's true or not?
There was an IDX that came free with the board, but I don't use it because it's not.
No, it's not the board. I just did. I privately bought it.
Okay.
I pay like $120 a year.
Okay.
I think something like that.
Is it listing book?
No. It's from the IDX. I bought that for the website.
Because there's a bunch of different IDXs. There's probably 30 or 40.
Listing book.
So,
But
yeah.
they just told me that. That's why I bought it, because it says just with the number of your MLS, you just put the MLS and you click it, and supposedly to be on my website, everything we don't have to put in manually. But
You don't have to. You don't have to see. Like I don't have to do it manually. Like
you do.
Like see here, I have my lit. Oh, hold on, it's not on this page. I've customized my website, so right. See, these are all my listings right now.
Yeah.
So this is all done through that IDX. I don't have to do anything. The only reason why I do it manually is because I want on the home page, I want all this to appear.
But who put the listing?
You have to do it.
You put your listing.
Yeah, you have to do it exactly.
So
No IDX is going to do it for you.
Not to just put the number. No, you have to do it.
You have to do it
Okay.
manually, every single one.
And they just have that person to do that. That's why I was thinking maybe Sunday. No, I don't have a time. I just need somebody to do the marketing for me.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't have a time myself to do myself. I wish I can have it that you know. Plus you know a lot. So
I just learn it all.
Or just easy to do it for
You
me.
only
Like,
you keep pocket listings on the homepage, and then
They're not really pocket. I just call it pocket listings. I mean, I should change it to like select inventory or whatever you want to call it.
but pocket listings means they are not in the MLS.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be an actual pocket listing, you have to like send in the form to the MLS
I know.
to.
Send the MLS,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
I know how to that one.
Yeah,
what about the contact page? Where would that be? Aside from the pop-up domination.
I have one right on the top of the page. Contact us.
So when you lead them from Craigslist to here, you don't take them right to this.
No.
Okay.
There was I used to have a different page, but my landing page wasn't working out that well. So I automatically, they come right to here now.
That's better.
They just, as soon as they land on it, boom, that's what they see.
That's contact page 7.
Contact. No. This is not contact page anything. Contact form 7 is something you can do for like.
It's not needed for agent personnel.
No, you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see here.
What do you have set up there?
Like, let me see. I think I have contact form 7 right on one of these. Yeah. See, this is my contact. I need to change this. This is all the old information, but this is what you can use for contact form 7. So you can put in the name, email address, cell phone, subject, and then their
That is
message.
your contact page, though. That tab.
This is not a contact page. This is just a page where I have a contact form at.
I see. So what you have, where you have contact us, though, what is
That's just a page.
that's part of Agent Pros.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have a password to get to that one, to see who is who.
Yeah. Well,
what side.
it automatically emails me all their information.
Emails you,
Yeah.
goes to the email.
What?
My work cut out for me.
I know. Me too. All right, guys. I'm going to shut down the webinar, and I'll be sending this out shortly.